Have you ever told yourself, man, I bought that investment at a lower price than it should be? I'm just going to give the money back? Of course not. So why should you do that with your stocks? And right now, that is what millions of people are doing right now in the stock market. It's been crazy emergency over the past few weeks. But my friends, this can be an opportunity of a lifetime. And we're going to go over the 3 stocks that today, if you lean in, might make you from being rich to being wealthy, might turn your income into wealth, and might allow you to be financially free, because that's what passive profits is all about. So before we get started, as always, like, subscribe, and share to our channel. In real life, I'm a certified financial planner. We're blessed to help thousands of people worldwide, but on these social media airwaves, we're just giving information. Now, past performance doesn't guarantee future results, but today, my friends, there's 3 stocks that might transform your wealth forever. You ready? Lego. So the first stock is AMG, symbol AMG. And the big reason why, because us Americans, we love to eat. Are we the healthiest? Of course not, but it is what it is. Look at me. I got that Gucci gut. Believe me, 20 years ago when I was military Mario, now I still got the muscles, but some Americans, what they're doing, they're saying the heck with it, and they're getting on Ozempic. Now, Ozempic is great, but the problem with Ozempic is it's a shot. And Americans, we don't like shots. We like pills. Most people like pills. If you had the choice to take medicine in pill form or shot form, what would you do? You would take it in pill form. But Amgen, what did they do? They just got FDA approval, but their form in a pill form. So now you get the relief that you need from a weight standpoint. You get to shed those pounds, and you get to do it by taking a pill, not by a shot. And analysts rewarded AMG dramatically, up by 12.75%, going from $340 a share. And look at that climb. Whoop! 12%, make it in 1 week where it takes the stock market a whole year to average. Now, the past month, kind of steady. Past 6 months, beating the stock market. Year to date, beating the stock market. Last year, doubling the stock market. Last 5 years, 71%. Look at that. Going crazy, holding this stock since 2003, making almost 550%. That's a great return, making literally 23% a year since its inception. I mean, incredible. It shows you long-term investing is the wave. Now, why did this stock go up so much besides that? Because it was, some help, but not all the way. Well, because they always say, all boats rise with the tide. And the biggest performer in this space is by far Eli Lilly. Now, Eli Lilly, they're the makers of Ozempic. And Eli Lilly's stock went down like crazy about a few months ago, but it's climbed back up. So when that space climbs up and you are one of the top 5 leaders in the space, you're going to go up as well. So a combination of Eli Lilly going up and also their own version of Ozempic basically being pre-approved by the FDA, that's the reason why the stock went up dramatically. The down part, because we do not want to do what? Buy high. And yes, at $384 a share, my friends, this is basically at an all-time high. And as we see, it has some turbulence, just like any other stock. So this is what we use the cliff, dip, bear strategy. If we have new money, we do not want to invest all our money in this, maybe 25%. And if it goes down by 25%, then invest another $25. It goes down by 10%. Invest another $25. When it goes down by 20%, because historically stocks correct into a bear market once every 15 months, it gives you a chance to buy it at a lower price down the way. So you're able to take advantage of a growing company, but when they have their hiccups, the bumps in the road, you have some money on the side. So should we sell this at a high? That's for you to decide. But definitely the stock of the week, being up by almost 13%, doing way better when the market was down, was Amgen. Now that's the stock of the week, the good way. Then we have the bad stock. And this bad stock has been an investment favorite of mine for a very long time. Our clients is their top 5 holdings. It has done amazing. It continues to do way better than the stock market. But let me tell you this though. This stock also went down by 50% last year, or for $100, went down to 50. A lot of upset people when that happened. But it rebounded. And it rebounded dramatically. And once every year, this stock has averaged being down by 50%. So you're thinking to yourself, why am I talking about it? It got to be a bad stock every single year it goes down by at least 50%. Why should I ever invest that? Well, because they have the largest government contract ever. And this year, they're going to get the largest government contract ever. In the United States budget, it is the biggest line item, and that's military. In the USA, the biggest growing sector is tech. So they have a mixture of military and tech pieced together. That, my friends, is a monopoly, and that monopoly is called Palantir. And if you look at our screen, Palantir down by 7.56% for the week. For the month, down by 25%. The past 6 months, down by 25%. And for the year, down by 19%. So why the heck should I buy the stock when it continues to go down? Over the past year, even though it's downturn, it's up by 22%, doubling in the past year what the stock market has done. And as we can see, it was at $120 a share, and it went all the way down, my friends, to $77. A 50% loss from February to April. On April 4th, you bought it at $74, even with it going down. Now today, being at $135, you literally doubled your money. Went down by 50%, went up by 200%. And it's not the only time, right? We can't see this, but in September 21, it did it. In 22, it did it. In 23, it did it. In 25, we know it did it. And it also did it late 24. This happens. This stock, my friends, is the stock of the decade minus NVIDIA. Look at that. Up by 1,200% in 6 years. That is an average of 200% a year. Now, past performance does not guarantee future results. But if I told you back in 2020, it's a stock that's going to go up and down and lose 50% every year, but give you an average return of 200%. So on $100,000, you're making $300,000 every single year. Who would say no to that? My friends, opportunities like this do not come up a lot. Now, for Palantir, it happens once a year. But when I had this conversation with clients when it was going down last year, a lot of people wanted to sell. The ones that stuck in feel way better about it today. We actually shifted from selling Meta, which is at an all-time high. We sold a small part of that and bought Palantir last week. Now, past performance doesn't guarantee future results, but when you have the largest government contract by the government, they ain't going nowhere. The second largest government contract by the government, and you're in tech, and you have a monopoly, it's very hard for a person to think you're going to fail. Now, will you fail? No one knows. And it's investing, right? And I accompany Palantir like a storm. We know once a year a storm's coming. So we watch that storm from afar. We're comfortable. We're making money. But once we're in the storm, we're twisting around. We're twirling, right? It feels uncomfortable. And Palantir being down by basically 30% is uncomfortable right now. But we step back 6 months, a year later. If it gets back to where it was, look at that gain. If it does what it's done historically, maybe not even 200%, it does 100%. We look past that storm like, wow, that storm was rough, but I'm happy I went through it. My friends, the bad stock of the week is Palantir, but the investment opportunity of your lifetime is right in front of your face. Are you going to take it or not? So Palantir, a stock for our clients we actually bought into during a dip, and we'll see what happens. But then we have the opportunity, and the opportunity of the week is something that we all use on a day-to-day basis. Right now, you're looking at me on YouTube. Chips, 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 and more chips. Your phone, your laptop, your Fire TV, your Fire Stick, your Roku, whatever you're watching is powered by chips. And of course, we have NVIDIA and we have TSM. But the third chip maker in the space, gold, silver, bronze. So why should I do number 3, right? It's not NVIDIA. It's not TSM. Because, my friends, opportunity. An American company creating American jobs that's loved by the Trump administration. It's something that we don't want to bet against. And that, my friends, is AMD, symbol AMD. And last week, the stock tanked. Boy, did it. It went from $251 a share to, my friends, $188 a share, a 26% decline in 4 days. Now, of course, for people that lean into it like we did for our clients on Wednesday, then they probably felt good because it went from 187, 8% gain in one day. Over the past month, still down. Past 6 months, doubling the stock market. Year to date, down. Last year, up by almost 100%. Chips are not going anywhere. If I told you in October, when AMD hit its all-time high and everybody was raving about chips, that you have the chance to buy it at a 25% discount, you would say, sell all my stocks, let me buy this because it's going crazy right now. So what's changed? Has the fundamental changed? No. Has the earnings changed? No, they made more money. What happened? Well, when the market went down like crazy, all boats rise, and then they go down with the storm. And since AMD was one of the top performers last year, of course, the stock went down a lot more, as we can see. Whoop! Their fourth quarter earnings, what they made the last 3 months of the year, did better than Wall Street expected. So Wall Street expected that they would make one number, and they made billions of dollars more. Now, because they're not all aggressive like other companies, they were conservative with their guidance, right? They like to underestimate and overdeliver. But because of that stance, Wall Street didn't like that. They said, hey, you need to be go money, go money, go money, it's your money. They wasn't like that. And Wall Street said, and the stock dropped dramatically. Not because they didn't make money, not because they didn't make more money than what people thought. They literally made billions of dollars more than what Wall Street thought. But because they was conservative in their guidance going forward, investors didn't like that. And it was their worst day. They went down by 17%. It was their worst one-day drop in their history. So what happened the next day? People woke up and sold some more. It happens. It doesn't happen a lot, but it happens. But my friends, one man's trash is another investor's treasure. AMD getting it at a 30% discount. Right now, buying it at a 22% discount. Past performance does not guarantee future results, but Jiminy Christmas. One of the best performing stocks last year is at a 30% discount. And you wouldn't want to look into that from an investment standpoint? Listen, it's been times that you bought something that was ridiculously low, and you thought to yourself, this was a steal. Palantir, AMD might be in that same realm right now. 2 years, 3 years, we're long-term investors. We look at things 5 to 10 years out. We're futuristic because we look at the trends for the next 18 months and we execute on those trends. And that gives us a pathway to passive profits because those profits are passive. We did the work today and we let our money grow down the road. So my question for you is, are you going to take advantage of the recent dip? Can the market go back down again? Yes. Will the market go down? Yes. Out of 12 months, it goes up 8 months, it goes down 4 months. Out of 5 years, 18 months it goes down, 42 months it goes up. Over the course of a decade, 95% chance the market's going to go up because that is the history of the market over the past 100 years. These bumps in the road is not the storm where you go panicking. These bumps in the road is like you being in front of the storm or behind the storm saying, I was happy I was prepared for that storm. But now since we're in it, it's up to you to execute. And these 3 stocks we talked about might be the execution that transform your income to passive profits and wealth. But put in the comments, let me know what you guys think. As always, like, subscribe, share to our channel, and comment, was there any stocks that I'm missing? If so, let me know. Until next time, let's make some painless profits together, y'all. Peace.